Welcome guys back to the channel. As you can see, I got Master Mechanic Hans in the building. You know, Hans, let me know what we doing here.
So today we're working on a 96 Impala SS LT1 350.
Nice.
We're pretty much reconditioned the whole entire motor. We're putting new pistons, GM Performance pistons, new rings, Hayes, new camshaft, Comcams valve springs, aluminum Edelbrock cylinder heads. We're converting this LT1 into technically an LT4 like a Corvette, but a little better camshaft.
Okay.
Better pistons.
That's I think that's all those parts over there. You know, parts everywhere.
And we got the lifters, and we also did the POR paint. We used to doing spray paint cans, everybody, but we used the new POR paint, so now it looks almost like powder coat.
It looks really good. I'm not even going to front.
We taped off all the head surfaces, all the intake manifold flanges, just painted everything, put bolts. I definitely recommend putting bolts in areas where you're painting, because once this hardens, it is very hard to, you have to retap all the threads to get.
For example, see we left some bolts in there. 1, 2, 3. You know, some major bolts, but this is what we're going to be working on today, guys. You'll see the progress. Just a quick little intro. Let's get to work. Just polish these ports real quick. Nice and clean.
Gonna move on to the next step, start loading up pistons and rings, and putting in the cylinders. Just cleaning up bolt holes right now.
Nice. It's looking good. I like seeing this clean like that. Just cleaning the threads. It's been sitting for a while, so there's some buildup in there. But
thread sealing, old leftover thread sealing we're cleaning out.
Yeah, take all that.
He's going to open water jackets.
We got our things in oil right now. I'm gonna put this rod in, line these up. Little prep work right here. Ooh, what are those?
Oil chamfer rings. So it chamfers the oil along the cylinder's edge.
Nice. So it's good to have everything you need nearby.
We have a new Melling high volume standard oil pump, ARP oil pump stud, a new Melling pump, new GM lifters, roller.
Lifters with the rollers, right?
Yep. Oil soak them ahead of time so that they get filled up with oil.
Right. So she's all cleaned up, polished up. So what are we doing now?
So now we have the connecting rods. These are heated rods. You have to heat the wrist pin to slide them through on new GM Performance pistons with the black coating. And then we have our new Hastings ring pack set. Top ring, middle ring, lower ring oil chamfer, lower sealing rings, middle sealing ring. Always helps to have a good pair of ring pliers.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Ring tool. This is just another piston we have here for references to show you where you need to place your ring gaps correctly. So here's your first ring, your second, your middle, and your top ring. You have to stagger the pattern or else the motor won't seal correctly.
So approximately,
you'll get what's called blow by. So crankcase is blowing by.
All right. So we got that. So we know where they go. Yeah. Now we're gonna install these, and you'll see it on there shortly. All right.
Welcome back, guys. We got these GM Performance pistons now with the Hastings rings all set up.
Just get a good close.
We didn't want to kill all the time, but we got the gap set in the right locations now as of GM. You saw here, we showed you on our showing piston where we could show you where all the gaps, where all the blue dots are. That's the proper gapping. That's an original GM piston. So we got piston 2 ready. Our rings are on here, compressors on, our hose is on so we don't scratch our journals. And make sure your notch faces forward. Now I'm going to slide it into the cylinder. Same thing, repeat. Line it up.
Yeah, it look good. Yep. Yep. Bing bang. Right there.
Next, we're going to put our rod cap on. Make sure you put them back the same way they came out.
Yep. Always gotta hand tighten, make sure you get into the grooves correctly. And bing bang. Just the morning. 2. All pistons are in. Look at this flex. We always check to see if it moves. You're getting great movement. No friction. This guy looks like he knows what he's doing. Hey-o! So what we doing now? Welcome back.
Well, what Americans like to call bump stick or the camshaft.
That again?
I said we're getting ready to put it in the motor, but we're gonna hit it up with a lot of oil. You don't use assembly lube here. It's just so we don't have a dry start up by some chance.
Pistons are all in. As you can see, we showed you guys how we did it. Just same process for all 8. Just make sure you got the left with the left and the right with the rights. And everything lines accordingly. Now
we're gonna start by putting the camshaft in the motor.
Get the camshaft in the motor. And make sure it's
good copious amounts of oil.
You gotta have a lot of oil. This thing needs to slide in there. Oh yeah, Jimmy. In the words of my friend Jay Garcia. Oh yeah, Jimmy. You throw that in there. See, it slides right in. You might be asking, how is he getting that in with such ease? And we're going to show you in 2 seconds. This is what you call the 3 dub. You've heard me say it multiple times. This is secrets that are going to be revealed. See that? That's the secret. That's the handlebar to get that thing in there. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't know,
Now you know.
now you know. And it's in there. You can see it already in there. You can see it in there. That's where it went in.
Now we're all done with all 8 pistons. They're fully installed. And word of note, when you're done putting all 8 pistons and rods in, you're gonna torque the rod caps to 45 foot-pounds. I'm using the stock OEM stud from GM, 45 foot-pounds. So we've installed the Cam's higher lift cam in the motor in the LT1. Now we're going to put the camshaft retainer plate so it doesn't walk forward. And you got to use the T30 and some blue Loctite. 15 foot-pounds. So now we're going to be putting on an OEM timing chain. You see me, I'm a little different. I use a lot of the OEM parts because they just work good for longevity. And we're going to put the chain on like so. We're going to line up the marks. 6 o'clock on the lower gear. I'm sorry, 12 o'clock on the lower gear, 6 o'clock on the upper gear. Take your time. Right up. Alright. Sound like ready?
It's already recording.
So now, if you notice, we have the 6 and the 12 o'clock lined up, the gear in place and the chain on. I'm putting on the 3 13 millimeters or 9/16. I'm sorry, half inch. And we're gonna put some blue Loctite on it so that doesn't walk out while it's spinning.
Guys, we got the timing system on.
And
chain, and it's gonna get torqued. It's coming together. Full engine rebuild. Again, give them the motor.
350 LT1 converted to an LT4.
Yep. Yo, 3-dubbing it.
When tightening up this and you don't have the holder, screwdriver.
Tricks of the trade, my man. This is hand-run flow mechanics work right here with these American boys. Shit, you don't got the proper tools, we're gonna make it happen. So they did it back in the day.
So this is what makes it a 96 Impala. 94, 95s don't have the crank reluctor wheel that's in front of the timing chain system. Line it up with your keyway. A 96 has the keyway right here to lock it in so it doesn't move. 95 won't have that. That's what makes it a true 96, and that's how you'll be able to convert it to an LT4 correctly because we have a crank position sensor.
Let's go. Okay. I see my guy got the powder coated.
So we powder coated our 96 timing cover. Notice how it has the area for the crank position sensor. But we powder coated it because it's aluminum and majority of them always look ugly. So I wanted it to look really nice to go with the nice black enamel paint. And then it'll go with the rest of the candy that's coming soon. You'll get to see.
Nice.
This is just one piece of the candy for the engine.
Right, so we got the cover prepped. We got the gaskets in there. We got these things banged in there. These other seals, I'm gonna just show you. Usually you have to bang these. The trick to get these in, little piece of wood, rubber mallet, bing bang. So there we go. My guy's prepping the receiving end of this. So we got that 9/4 like Wesley and Blade. Nice with the Gensu.
shit is RIP. RIP.
Cover is installed, and might I add, it looks amazing. The motor is coming together. So now that we had the engine turned upside down, we added the oil pump,
Melling oil pump.
the
ARP oil pump stud. Make it stronger. New pickup tube. New Felpro one-piece gasket.
and
Now we're gonna drip lay on the pan.
that's the old one, that's the new one.
Getting close to finishing the short block.
So as you can see, the cover's on there. The sensor's also screwed on there once we put the cover. Then we proceeded to replace the pump. And you have the powder coated piece of candy.
Just the resistance.
Yeah, fire. Fire.
So now we're putting in the lifters. Final end to the short block. Sliding them in after been soaking for hours. Now all the lifters are in. All the roller lifters are in. Now we're going to put the dog bones in. And then we're going to put the spider on to lock all this in.
Now we're putting the
Spider on.
spider webs. And that is that right there.
Got a brand new from GM. New hardware.
Factory. Beautiful. You see it? GM genuine.
See the part number if you need to order it.
Part number, no poopy. This is the real deal.
Only the best.
Only the best, GM. Oil pan is in, sealed up. Timing gear and belt installed with the plate. Huh? Yeah, whatever that is. I'm just a... What's that called again?
Timing chain, not a timing belt.
Oh yeah, timing chain, that's right. Oh, getting new screws? cheap insurance. And look at how this block is coming out. Amazing. We got about 6 hours in on this build today. I might chop this up into multiple videos, or just a really dope long one. So let's see.
That's it. LT1, LT4 conversion, short block done. Next phase, we'll be doing cylinder heads, upper intake manifold. We get to see all the candy and all the nice, beautiful powder coated parts. Obviously, you got to see all the beautiful lower end, the block, the timing cover, the oil pan, everything freshly powder coated or enamel paint powder. Now we're gonna let it sit overnight, let it dry up. Get all the silicone on the pans and all the little crevices that we did, and then we're gonna move forward from there. 96 Impala SS.
96 Impala SS complete motor rebuild, LT1 conversion, you know, that good stuff. It's a wrap, guys.